Hey everybody, so I thought that I would do a quick channel update video to help ring in the new year as well as to celebrate passing 1,000 subscribers and then shooting right past that goal and now sitting at around 1,500 subscribers at the time of this recording. Oh boy, I mean it's honestly the timing is hilarious to me because not only is it the new year and I just passed a pretty significant threshold for a new channel, but the timing of the video that got me there, like I set that video to upload literally the day that I left to go on vacation for the holidays. So, like, by the time I got off the plane, because like it uploaded while I was in the air, um, as a result, like when I finally was able to like check my channel and see what was going on, like it was already my fastest growing video, and that's of course my most recent video talking about documentation and Starfield and things like that. And now all of a sudden it's rapidly approaching 70,000 views, and it's now by far my most successful video. And I mean, hey, let's maybe try to get that thing to 100,000. Like, hey. And yeah, like I was planning on making a video like this, just whenever I hit around 1,000 subscribers, because, like I said, like that's a big milestone. And so the fact that it just so happened to happen at the new year while I was on vacation, like apparently I need to go on vacation more often because that seems to be when I do my best work. But yeah, so I just got back from vacation, just got off the plane, took a nap to try and sleep off some of the jet lag, and oh man, I guess first things first, thank you so much for all the support over the last couple of weeks. My channel's really started to blow up. Like hell, I think I've gotten more views in the last 2 weeks than I've gotten in total before that point, including subscribers. Like my subscriber count has basically tripled, I think. And oh man, I mean, I definitely want to keep doing this, keep making more videos, and if you guys like them, I'll keep making them. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick update video and let's talk about going forward. So obviously, first things first, I think you could expect me to make more gameplay analysis videos since you guys seem to really like those. So I have already been scripting a couple of things in the works. I think the next video I'm going to be working on is one about holistic game design. If you don't know what that means, then, well, I guess you might as well wait for the video to come out and then I'll explain it there. And I have a few, follow-up talks that I want to talk about after that point. So I've already got a good number of videos in the works, and I've also got a few other kinds of videos I want to make. Like, there's a video that I've had in mind about a feat that I think could be added to the next edition of Dungeons and Dragons to continue on my sort of tabletop side of the content. So I might make a video about that during an off week. What I think I want to do moving forwards into the new year is I'm going to try and maintain a sort of bi-weekly schedule. So that'll be like one video every 2 weeks. At least that's what I'm going to shoot for. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. Maybe things might not necessarily always release on the same day in case I need a couple extra days for editing or scripting or whatever, like various things that come up, and yeah, sometimes if I can do something real quick I might upload something during an off week, but those will probably be less scripted videos and ideally shorter ones, but I tend to ramble, I will admit, so we'll see how short I can make those videos. So, for example, like this video that I'm going to talk about with the holistic game design video and talking about games like Starfield and Monster Hunter and Breath of the Wild and whatnot, that'll be like a main video, and then I might try to put out the feat video that I was talking about with D&D during an off week as a shorter thing before returning to a longer, scripted video essay the week after that. So we'll see how well I can maintain that schedule. I might have to sometimes delay a longer video before and put out like a shorter unscripted one in order to just kind of pass the time while I work on bigger content. But I do want to try and put out videos more often. And that honestly, that's another thing that I should probably talk about is the fact that I wouldn't mind giving streaming a shot either. Like, it's something that I think could be super fun. We get to interact with each other in real time, talk about game design, play some games together, all kinds of fun stuff. Like, I think that there's a lot of potential there for just fun conversations to be had. And like, I've already talked with some of you about the idea of going back and playing games like Oblivion or Morrowind, for example, since I've never played them before, and getting to go back and see what those games are actually like and comparing them to, like, say, modern day Bethesda games and seeing what has or maybe hasn't changed since then could actually make for some really interesting analysis that we could do in real time, and then maybe I could condense it into a video later. Because, like, in general, that would be something that I could do more often in between these larger videos. Maybe give myself more time to work on my proper video essays while still getting a chance to, talk with you guys. Now, to be fair, I do need to do some actual, like, research as to how to do that, since I don't really know much about streaming, I will honestly admit. I could obviously do it also on Twitch, but I think that for now at least, I want to try to keep it all on one channel. And it seems like YouTube streaming services are actually pretty robust nowadays. I know that a number of people have actually shifted to primarily YouTube or are simulcasting on both and stuff like that. So I think that if I do start streaming, that I'll probably do it here on this channel. But maybe over time, if it's easier or whatnot, like I might do a second channel, put streams there, or maybe just put the VODs there, stuff like that. It's all stuff to kind of work out. So like I said, feel free to mention in the comments if you'd like to tune in for something like that, and maybe some ideas on how to organize that, and also maybe some tutorials. I definitely, like I said, need to do some research first. But I also think it's worth noting that, as of this point, I can now officially monetize my videos. And that's kind of a whole other kit and caboodle to really think about. So for one, one thing that I learned today is that apparently you can no longer control where mid-roll ads are in videos, which is dumb. So like, I definitely don't want to use that because like even if I wanted to put mid-rolls in my videos, I would want to at least have control over it. And so not having that control, just like, I don't want to just fill my videos full of ads that interrupt the experience constantly. And so, I might start putting ads on in front of my videos, seeing if I can, make a buck. Because, like, if I can turn this into more than a hobby and actually start, making videos full time and, using this to supplement my income and whatnot, like, that would be great because, like I'm a game developer, as you can probably tell by my videos. Like, I want to make games. But, the games industry, kind of a hard thing to break into. I'm not, like, currently working at any kind of, like, game company, unfortunately. And that's the thing, is, like, even if I was, then, I'd be making some other team's game, and, depending on what company I end up at, like, the working conditions could be all over the place. Like, some places are finally starting to crack down on that, which is a good thing, don't get me wrong. But, unless you're lucky enough to work at one of those places, it can be hell out there, and so it would be great if I could use this as a means to, like, really be able to start working on indie games as well full time. And I could even make videos documenting that process, getting feedback from you guys, and then, like, kind of working together to try and, put together some smaller, fun little games just, on my own. And that would be great, and I would love to do that. But that obviously depends on, what I can do to, profit from this whole situation. I know it sounds kind of, you know, I don't know if maybe that comes off as greedy or cynical or whatever, but, it's the fact of the matter. I wouldn't mind making an extra buck, which then, of course, leads to the question of things like Patreon or even just YouTube memberships and whatnot. And I mean, I wouldn't mind opening that kind of thing. The only thing is that, like, I don't really know if I have much I can offer other than just the videos that I make. Like, obviously, I'm planning on continuing to make videos, and I would love to continue talking with you guys. Like, there's a reason why I say at the end of my videos that I love to continue the conversation, because I do, like, that's one of my favorite things. Like, every once in a while I love just opening up the thing, seeing who's commented on it, and I start talking to people. And so, I guess like memberships I think can get like priority, like, notifications or something, so I'm more likely to respond to them, and things like that. But I'm not sure what else I can really offer. I mean, I know some people. I think Josh Strife Hayes is a YouTuber that does that kind of thing, where he doesn't really offer like membership benefits for like his Patreon or whatnot, beyond the fact that like by supporting him on Patreon, that means he doesn't have to take like ad reads from Raid Shadow Legends or other like dog shit mobile companies and whatnot that just wave cash in front of YouTubers' faces. And this is me realizing that I'm pretty sure I just flushed away like $5,000 with that one line, but whatever. Like, that's the thing, is that I don't want to support those kinds of companies that just pay people to shell out for terrible, greedy, microtransaction filled mobile games. Like, as a game developer, I feel like it would be unethical for me to shill for those companies. But that's the thing, is that those are also the companies that tend to pay. So it's what am I gonna do, right? So if you guys think that maybe it would be a good idea to open up a Patreon or maybe start YouTube memberships, or if you have any ideas about the kinds of benefits I could offer that might make such a thing more enticing, by all means, I'd love to hear your ideas in the comments. And maybe we can chat about some ideas of how we can handle this thing going forwards. Because yeah, like, I would love to also be at the point where I wouldn't have to rely on things like annoying mid-roll ads, or various dickish sponsorships and whatnot from companies that I hate. Like, I mean, I'd be okay with, I guess, doing a sponsorship for an actual product that I use. Like, that's one thing, but like, I don't want to be put into that kind of weird situation where it's like there's this thing that like I clearly hate, but they're waving $1 million in front of me. So like I just don't want to even be in that situation. So if I could be supported more directly, that would be great. But yeah, like I said, that's gonna be a worry for future me, I guess. So like I said, if you guys think that's a good idea, then maybe I'll open up at that Patreon. If not, then no big deal. I'll see what I can do with ad revenue, and we'll look into some other things, like maybe Ko-Fi. I'm not actually sure what the difference is. I really need to start looking into this stuff, I guess. But yeah, and in the meantime, like I said, expect more videos coming forward. I'm going to try and get that holistic video out basically ASAP. And then from there, that I'll try to maintain that 2-week schedule. There are also a few things going to be changing with the production side of things. I'm still kind of a one-man team over here. But I am trying to get better at editing and handling like audio balances and whatnot. I've definitely gotten plenty of feedback from a few commenters that have been talking about certain aspects of my videos. And don't get me wrong, like, I appreciate it. Like, even if it's negative, that's constructive criticism for me to take on board and look at and be like, okay, what can I do to resolve this? Like, I will engage with people that say negative things because I want to improve. So by all means, if you have a problem with like how my videos are being produced, or you think the audio is weird or anything, like, the only way I'm going to learn is if you tell me. So, thank you to all those people who are telling me how much they hate things like the fire crackling in the background and stuff like that. In fact, throughout this video, I'm testing out a new fire graphic, as I'm sure you've probably noticed 10 minutes ago. So, I think that this one actually looks a lot cooler, and I kind of like the whole blue flame aesthetic. And I have a few alternate crackling noises. I'm debating on whether, like, I feel like I should have something behind my voice, because otherwise I feel like my voice is just kind of shouting into the void. Like, I think up to this point in the video, I'm going to try just doing this with no background at all, and we'll just see how that sounds. And after that, I'm going to, so like here, what I'll do is I'll play a few alternate background noises. So we'll start with the original one that I've been using for most of my past videos of like the fire crackling, and then I found a few alternate clips that I could use that I think sound maybe a little bit smoother or a little bit easier on the ears. We'll see how that, and then I'll do them in a row, and then you can tell me in the comments what you think of them. And if you don't like any of them, then let me know, and maybe I'll just try, not using any background noise for a few videos, see if that does anything for some people. And I could also try using just like muted music from whatever, relevant game I'm talking about. So there's a few different ways that this could go. So by all means, let me know what you think of the different sound clips, and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, those are some options for alternate background noises. So like I said, go ahead and tell me what you think in the comments down below, which one you like more, or if you have any suggestions for any other background ideas. Or like I said, if you think you would prefer if I just had nothing in the background and just was only my voice and maybe some game audio and things like that. But I think that with that, I think this video should probably come to a close at some point. So I hope everybody had a good time over the holidays. Here's to a good 2024, fingers crossed. And, well, I can't wait to get back to making more videos, so I think that'll do it. So thank you all for watching, and thank you so much for all the support you've given me so far, and I can't wait to talk to you guys again in the next one.